Okay, we're grown. We moved away from our families, moved away from our siblings, and we now have our own lives. We all do something a little different. We kind of move in different circles. What happens now that you get together? You go to your relative's house, you're visiting your sister, your brother, or vice versa. We got our own way of life and our own way of living. And sometimes we're no longer those little children anymore. We're not little Bobby. We have our own system, our own flow, our own way in which we go about doing things. But yet, how do we now cope and deal with the childhood us and how we relate to us as adult, as family, as siblings? And you find that sometimes we don't get along very well. We're different. We're no longer that child that shared the bathroom or shared the bedroom. We eat different foods. We eat at different times. We have different music. We have now developed into adults. But yet, when we get together, we still have to find some harmony, some connectivity of how we go about doing things. And this takes some thought and some, you hear a lot of people, I ain't saying that my sister's brother, I ain't saying my brother's house, they got that dog, they got the noisy kids. You hear all of that, but you got to find some harmony. Now, I know for me, I may visit, but may not stay long. Because again, there's that difference that I know of what I eat, what time I get up, what time the phone rings, whether the TV's on or not. I know for me it differs. Sometimes I've gotten to a point where we travel, we're not necessarily home. And we get together and we may stay at a resort. They have their condo or their space in their room and we get together and do things. You got to figure out how it works for you because, again, you're not those same little people you were when you were younger. You're different. And you got to learn how to relate different. And you still got to keep that harmony. You can still love each other and find warmth in the family and how you go about doing things. But guess what? We grew up. We're different. And you really got to think about it. We're maybe not all eating dinner. I mean, I had an issue recently where my sister says, oh, I'm going to cook dinner. I'm making stuffed shrimp and I'm going to cook about 6 o'clock. I'm going to have all of this and we're all going to eat. No, we're not. I don't eat after 4:30. That's not what I do anymore. And I don't want to eat that. I want to eat this. But you got to figure out how it works for you. So whether it's family dynamics, sibling dynamics, getting together, family gatherings, you got to figure out what works for you. But definitely don't want to alienate and not be with your family. You just got to figure out how to make it work for you and yours. Anyhow, just throw it out. Please like and subscribe and follow.